Okay guys, today we're gonna do something a bit different. Instead of just talking about erections, I'm gonna show you. Just kidding, I'm not gonna show you an erection. I'm gonna show you right here, right now, a quick 6-minute routine you can do literally in your living room to get longer and harder erections. And before you say anything, no, this isn't gonna be complicated. There's not gonna be any hacks or tricks. There's no pills, there's no powders. This is a real back to basics exercise routine that you can come back to again and again. Now, I'm gonna take a second and explain how this stuff works. But if this is your second or third or fourth time watching the video, your 100th time watching the video, go here to this timestamp. That's where the exercises shall begin. I almost said that's where the erections will begin. Not this video. But if you are like me and you want to know why and how something works before you're willing to try it, here is the deal. Your penis is not a muscle. It is vascular tissue, and that tissue is supported by muscles. And those muscles, which are the pelvic floor and your glutes and your hips, can be trained. So with just a little bit of practice, you can start to notice a huge difference in how you show up in the bedroom. Think of your pelvic floor like a hammock. If that hammock is too weak, there's no strength to hold things up. Your butt touches the ground underneath you, right? If it's too tight, then you've got no flexibility. It's a very uncomfortable hammock to land, which can then turn into premature ejaculation, pelvic pain, less blood flow. In all circumstances, your penis ends up paying the price. And that's why I'm gonna show you these 6 simple exercises. 3 are stretches to open up your hips and your pelvic floor. 3 are strengthening moves to make your erection stronger and more reliable and stable. And if you do them 3 times a week, most guys will notice a difference within just a few weeks. You can even do them daily if you're really committed and you do them safely. I mean, let's be honest, most of us can spare 6 minutes to get better in bed. The smartest thing you can do today is to stop leaving your confidence to chance. Most men hope that things are just gonna work out in the bedroom, but hope is not a strategy, whereas Bathmate is. This water-based pump is backed by 2 decades of research. It is designed to work with your body's natural functions in order to improve erection strength and staying power. And over 1 million men have already taken this step. I love Bathmate because the warm water that is used inside of this pump is a better overall experience for the user, for you to actually get the results, commit to the process, and enjoy what I think amounts to not just a better erection, but a self-care routine for your guy, for your most important bits. If you care about your well-being, if you care about your long-term sexuality, your ability to be an amazing lover, and I know you do because you are here, then please try Bathmate at the link below. All right, so save this video so that you can come back to it later. Now we're at that timestamp, so let's dive in. Stretch 1, happy baby. We're starting with happy baby, and no, you do not need to look like a cute little nugget while you do it. Just lie down on your back and grab your feet or ankles, whatever feels doable. This is not meant to hurt. Open your knees wide and feel the stretch in your hips and inner thighs. Don't worry if you're not that flexible, nobody is grading you. If your feet are out of reach, hold your thighs instead. And if lying flat is uncomfortable, sit up and do a butterfly stretch with your feet together and your knees apart. The most important part of this is breathing. Take slow breaths and let your body really soften into this position. I like to imagine breathing directly into my hips and groin. The magic of happy baby isn't in doing it just one time. You will get the most benefit out of doing this in a way that feels comfortable, but a little at the edge, over and over again, and revisiting this position often. That's been a minute, so now we're going to switch over to stretch 2, deep squat hold. Now we are dropping in this position into a deep squat. Feet about hip width apart, maybe a little further out, toes pointing either forward or slightly out, then lower down, bring your elbows inside of your knees and press them out gently. Try to keep your back long and your neck straight. Again, very important that you breathe in this position. Ideally, you'll be feeling your pelvic region wake up. If you cannot hit the bottom of a squat, don't worry. Grab a chair or a countertop to hold onto, something that's really sturdy, or you can sit on a yoga block so that you are supported. This isn't about perfection, it's about opening up your hips and getting blood moving. If you're down there thinking, this is intense, then shift a little side to side. Keep breathing, hold it for a little longer each time. It will get easier with practice. Now on to stretch number 3, the hip flexor lunge. We're going to do both sides for 30 seconds. I'll tell you when to switch. To get started, step 1 foot forward into a lunge. Drop your back knee down if you want more stability, and feel free to put a pillow under. No bonus points for pain here. Now tuck your pelvis slightly forward, almost like you're pointing your tailbone to the ground. You should feel the stretch in the front of your hip. If you don't right away, have a look, make sure your hips are completely in line front to back and side to side. A mirror is really helpful for that. Now go ahead, take a second to switch to the other side. Make sure that you're doing the same shape as you were on the first side. Now, this position is huge because sitting all day tightens your hip flexors, which then pulls on your pelvis and messes with your pelvic floor. So by opening them up, you give your pelvic floor more freedom to contract and relax, which means better thrusting, better erection strength, and more orgasm control. And if kneeling isn't your thing, try a standing version by putting 1 foot up on a low step and gently pushing your hips forward. Again, 30 seconds on each side. All right, our stretches are done, our hips are open, our blood is flowing. Now let's get on to strengthening. Strength 1, the glute bridge. Lay on your back with your knees bent, feet flat on the ground, and your hands at your sides. Press through your heels, lifting your hips up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your glutes at the top like you are cracking a walnut, and then slowly lower down 1 vertebra at the time, starting at the top of your neck. I promise that will get easier over time. This builds strength and coordination. Your glutes and pelvic floor are learning to fire together. Now, if you want to kick it up a notch, try holding at the top for 5 to 10 seconds before lowering. This will help train your endurance. But if you're new, just stick with smooth, controlled reps, and remember, if your lower back feels cranky, you don't have to go as high. Or you can just start by squeezing your glutes while you're lying flat. There's no shame in starting where you're at. All right, next up, kegels, the classic. These target the pelvic floor directly. To find the right muscles, imagine stopping your urine midstream. That squeeze, that's the one that we're looking for. Now, contract those muscles and hold for about 5 seconds before you release. And when you release, really try to relax them as if they are releasing down towards the floor and coming up away from the floor when you squeeze again. I recommend that you do this in all kinds of different positions, but you can try it sitting, lying, standing, or on all fours. You can do them anywhere. For all you know, I could be doing them right now. Here's the catch though, kegels are not a magic bullet for everyone. If you already struggle with premature ejaculation, pelvic pain, or an urge to pee, you might actually have a pelvic floor that is too tight. In that case, you need to balance kegels with reverse kegels and with relaxation. I have videos on that. So think of this as building strength and awareness, and if you're unsure, a pelvic floor physical therapist can help figure out what exactly you need for more strength, more relaxation, or both. All right, and on to our last strengthening exercise, horse pose, or I like to call it the sex god pose. Stand with your feet wide, toes turned out, and sink into a squat. Keep your chest open, your back straight, your neck long, and hold that position. This one is all about endurance. You're training your thighs, your pelvic floor, and your core to stay engaged without giving out. And the longer that you can hold steady here, the longer that you will hold steady in bed. If holding for a full minute feels like too much, break it up into 2 30-second holds, like now, or even 3 20-second holds. You can build up your strength over time. If your knees start to feel wonky or start complaining, then just go shallower. Or lean against a wall in a supported wall sit. The point is to challenge your stamina, not to wreck your joints. And there you have it. 6 minutes, 3 stretches, 3 strengthening moves. If you add this into your week, even just a few times, you will start to feel the changes. More stamina, more awareness, stronger erections, and more. And here's the real talk. Erections are not just physical. You can have the strongest glutes and pelvic floor in the world and still lose your erection if stress, anxiety, or relationship dynamics are working against you. And that is why I wrote my book, Harder, Better, Longer, Stronger. It is a holistic guide to men's sexuality. It includes my entire system, the system that I have perfected for the last 10 years of working with male clients, into one book that treats male sexuality with the care and the nuance that it deserves. I want to thank Bathmate for sponsoring today's video and for being so supportive of my book. And I hope that you will both check out Bathmate and get your copy of Harder, Better, Longer, Stronger. If you're watching this before January 27th, then pre-orders are available right now. Thank you again for tuning in. I'm Caitlin B, and I'll see you back here next week. Bye!